Green Thursday! Did you wear green today? Spring break is inching closer, including today. We only have 6 days! Yeah. Did you know that on this day in 1932, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly by herself across the Atlantic Ocean? Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, as we said earlier, it's Green Thursday. And in honor of that, we have this week's environmental story of the week with Julia!
Thanks, Camilla. Panthers. Pollution is a huge problem. It affects us every day. Anytime we go outside, we are affected either through chemicals in the air or by too much sunlight coming through because of those chemicals. But would you be surprised if I told you pollution is not a new problem? Pollution has been studied as far back as the days when cavemen walked the earth. You see, anytime we have tried to set up civilization, there has been pollution. So how did the cavemen cause pollution? Well, when they learned to make fire, they didn't always learn to make that fire in a properly vented area. So the smoke and soot would pile up, causing it to be harder to breathe and keep things clean. When we began to build cities, we had a large number of people who burnt coal and wood. Plus, everyone rode on horses. And all that waste from things would build up and create cesspools of foul water. When we began to build factories, we added more chemicals to the mix, which caused more pollution. Now we are trying to clean up and do better after millions of years of polluting. Check out this message from Prince Ia about pollution.
Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up in our own doings to do something. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope you forgive us. We just didn't realize how special the earth was. Like a marriage gone wrong, we didn't know what we had until it was gone. For example, I'm guessing you probably know it as the Amazon desert, right? Well, believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest, and there were billions of trees there, all of them gorgeous, and... Oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you, trees are amazing. I mean, we literally breathe the air they are creating. They clean up our pollution, our carbon. They store and purify water, give us medicine that cures our diseases, food that feeds us, which is why I'm so sorry to tell you that we burn them down. Cut them down with brutal machines, horrific, at a rate of 40 football fields every minute. That's 50% of all the trees in the world gone in the last 100 years. Why? For this. And that wouldn't make me so sad if it weren't so many pictures of leaves on it.
Thanks, Julia. It is time for school news. First up, girls leadership members. You have a meeting after school today in room 2048. You will be practicing for the Women's History Assembly, so make sure you come. If you are unable to make it, notify Miss Pham or Miss McCann. The school store has an awesome new item in stock, Parkland lanyards. You can use them to keep your keys and your student ID on. The cost is just $2. 6th graders, the due date is approaching. April 5th will be here before you know it. Bring in your outdoor ed permission slip as soon as possible. We will be right back after this commercial message. Don't forget to order your yearbook before they run out. See Mrs. Copula with any questions. Finally, here's the club news for today. Today, Kid Tech film crew, tech crew, and Beauty and the Beast rehearsals will meet. Kid Tech mentors will not meet on today. Remember, this list is not final. If you are unsure if you are meeting, check with your sponsors. Now here's Julia to remind us of a simpler time.
Thanks, Kumar. Panthers. Do you remember back when life was great? No matter how much you did in the middle of the day, you were able to take a nap? What simpler times those were. Studies demonstrate that naps are as good as a night of sleep for some types of memory tasks. And that's a study led by David F. Dingers, professor at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, found that naps can improve certain memory functions and that long naps are more effective than short naps. Naps are great. We should always be allowed to nap. 2 high schools in New Mexico are offering high-tech naps to their students. Check this out.
Remember when you had to take a nap? The 5-year-old in you didn't know how good you had it. But thanks to a Southwest state, naps are back. After-school activities, assignments, and home obligations can have students dreaming of California in calculus class. That's why 2 high schools in New Mexico are going full-on Jetsons, putting high-tech sleep pods in the school and offering naps to students. The Metro Nap sleep pods feature a reclined chair, a sensory reduction bubble, and stay on for 20 minutes. At the end of the 20 minutes, the pod slowly starts to wake the sleeper up. USA Today reports pods in 2 New Mexico districts are the first, but certainly not new. The first pod was put in 2008. A New Mexico State University professor involved in the sleep pod project said students who used the pod were able to return to class within 20 minutes, with tremendous increases in energy and mood. The pod has other uses too. From a fight to anxiety from an exam, the pods helped calm students down and get back to work. So maybe you're not going to California for 5th period, but at least you can relive the days of preschool, minus those embarrassing cutout PB&J sandwiches. Thanks, Mom.
Wish these students a happy birthday.
Panthers, we find ourselves at the end again. But don't worry, we'll be here tomorrow. Remember these words. Imagination is the eye of the soul. Have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.